Very good morning, children. Welcome to the online education of class 6 science. So, dear students, we were discussing about the lesson body movements. So far we had discussed about the rib cage, backbone, and shoulder bone as well as pelvic bones. So, dear students, in today's class, let us discuss about the skull and remaining part of this lesson. So, dear students, already we know that the skull is one of the hardest substance in our body. So it is made up of many bones which are joined together. Okay, so it encloses and protects the inner important part of our body, that is brain. So brain is very important organ of our body because it helps for thinking, and most of the decisions are taken up by the brain. Okay, that's why it is protected by our skull. So already we discussed about the bones and joints in our skeleton. So there are some other additional parts of the skeleton. They are not as hard as the bones which can be bent. So those we call them as cartilage. So already we have studied about what are bones, what are joints. So we did not study about the other part of our body which is present in our body. So they are also additional part of our skeleton only. These are less in number. So whereas they can be bent, they are not as hard as bones, so which can be bent. So those are called as what? Cartilage. Okay, so now I will make you to feel the presence of cartilage in your body. So it's quite simple. So you just hold your ear with your hand. Okay, just with your hand you just hold it. So you just feel it here. So what do you feel here? So you feel it's very smooth, not as hard as your bone. Okay, so you can bend it, right? So just try to bend it like this. Okay, can you bend it or not? So you can bend it. So these are not seem to be any bones here, isn't it? So can you feel any kind of hard bone over here? So nothing like that. So you will notice that so there is a difference between the earlobe and the portion of the earlobe above it. So just above the earlobe you just touch here, you will feel very hard here. So earlobe you touch and see, so it is very smooth here. So you feel something in the upper part of the ear, that is very hard, but this one is the earlobe, what we call it, is very soft as the ear. So right, so that's why it is called as what? Cartilage. The soft part of our ear is an example for cartilage. So cartilage is not only present in the earlobe, in the ear part, it's also, see, all this part of this, a complete part of this ear is made up of cartilage. Even the tip of your nose, so this part, so this is also made up of earlobe. So it is very smooth here. So there is no bone here. So bone is present here, but not at the tip of your nose. It's a complete smooth part. It's a cartilage here. So not only in the tip of your nose, not only in the earlobe, so even the cartilage is present in your bones. How it is present in your bones? Not exactly in the middle of the bones it is present. So the joints, bones, they are present already. So even the cartilage is also present here. Okay, so how cartilage is found? See here, cartilage is found in the joints of our body. So cartilage is found in joints part of our body. So we have seen already the skeleton is made up of bones, many kinds of bones, joints, okay, and many of them still. Okay, so if you draw the skeleton diagram, you will come to know that concept, right? So now let's go for the another concept here. So already we have seen about the bones which are present in our body and the joints which help for the movement of our body. Along with that, so even the bones can move easily only when the muscles help us. So along with the cartilage, there is one more concept, one more part of our body which is present in our body, that is muscles. Cartilage is present only few parts, whereas muscles are a very important part of our body which helps most for the movement of the bones, joints, as well as the whole movement is carried easily with the help of muscles. It's like a smooth pad, rubber pad. So when you are moving the mouse in the computer lab, you will have a rubber pad, right? It makes the movement easier. In such a manner even the muscles work. So what are the muscles? Okay, so before that, let us know about the muscles. So let me give an example where the muscles are present. So simple. So what you do is just make a one fist, just make a fist in your hand. Okay, just bend your arm at your elbow. Okay, at the elbow you just bend your arm like this. Okay, so now bend your arm at the elbow and touch your shoulder with the thumb. So at the shoulder you touch with a thumb or another hand. Okay, so you will see there is a something change in your upper arm. So something is bulged out. Okay, touch it with the other hand also. So do you feel something bulged in the region inside your upper arm? So when you touch it with your thumb, so you will say that something is swollen region in the upper part inside your upper arm of your shoulder. Okay, so that is nothing but is muscles. So muscles, they are present along with your bone also, they are attached to the bones. How are they going to help here? So whenever you move your hand, at the time the muscles bulged due to contraction. So there is a contraction and relaxation method is taken place. So for the movement of the body parts, the bone is going to help for the movement. So bone cannot move at all, so it is very hard substance, right? So bone can be made to move only because of, with the help of what? Muscles. So muscle is a very smooth part of this body, so that helps for the movement of the organs with the help of bone. Okay, so here contraction and relaxation are the two types of movements. What is contraction here? So becoming smaller in length. Okay, so the contraction means becoming smaller in length. So what happens here? Due to the bulging of the muscles, the contraction takes place. So now you bring down your arm. So when you bend it, okay, at the elbow. Now you can again bring back to its original position. So again normal position, you bring back your arm. At that time, what happened here to your upper arm? What happened to your muscle? So it comes to the normal position. Is it still in the contraction position? No, it is in relaxed position. So you'll see that no contraction here. So you can observe the contraction of muscles only when you fold it, even when you walk it. So when you just walk, when you fold your leg like this, no, so you will see the contraction of muscles over there. So this is a kind of movement which takes place only because of the help of muscles in your bones, in arms and legs. Okay, so what are muscles here? So when contracted, the muscles become very shorter, stiffer and thicker. Whenever contraction takes place, the muscles become what? Shorter. Their size becomes shorter. They become stiff, strong and thicker they become. So it pulls the bone. So because of the contraction, the muscles become shorter, thicker and stiffer. That's why the bone, it pulls the bone. Bone is going to be pulled up by these muscles because of the contraction. So always muscles work in pairs. How means? When one of them contracts, the other relaxes. So when one muscle contracts, another muscle relaxes. So when one muscle contracts, the bone moves in that direction. So when this muscle contracts, the bone moves in that direction of in the direction of the movement of the muscle, right? So the other muscle at the time it relaxes. Other pair of muscle at the time takes the relaxation. Okay. To move the bone again to the opposite direction, what happens here? You have to move the bone again to the opposite direction to make when the other muscle relaxing, at the time to move the bone again to the opposite direction, to the normal position, normal direction. Again, what you need to do, the relaxed muscle should contract. So what relaxed muscle is relaxing, that should contract now. So again the bone moves towards its original position. To move its original position, again the relaxed muscle should contract. Like that, muscles work in pairs, like how the duty is done in factories and all. So when one is put for the duty, another will be relaxing at the same time. Like that, the muscles also work in pairs. Okay, so now, so while the first relaxes, the other contracts. So a muscle can only pull but not push. Muscle can only pull the bones, but it cannot push the bones. That you keep it in mind. So thus, two muscles have to work together to move a bone. So hence, to make any bone to move, okay, two muscles should work at a time. So one muscle is only contracting, other one is not relaxing, means there is no proper movement of the bone takes place. So to make a bone to move, so two muscles have to work together. One should contract and so that the bone is moving towards the direction, the another one is relaxing. So again, to move that bone to the back to the direction, opposite direction, again the relaxed muscle should work, contract, and another muscle takes rest, I mean relax. So this is how the contraction and relaxation process of the muscles takes place. So here, dear students, in the today's class we have studied that. So look at the figure 8.16 now. Two muscles work together to move a bone. Look at the figure A. You bent your arm. Okay. So at that time, look at the muscle, upper region of the muscle inside. So there is a contraction of muscles, upper and lower. See, look at the diagram here. Muscles are bulged out. Look at the again when you move back your arm, when it comes to normal position, again the bone remains the same. Just relaxation, movement of the bone takes place in the direction of the applied force. Okay, the muscles relax here. So this is how contraction relaxation makes the bone to move. So dear students, I hope you have understood today's concept and you will remember it well. Thank you and have a nice day.